Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guests today are from the upcoming production of Newsies at Creek Amana. We've got four members of the cast, although those who are watching the video can only see three. Everybody wave to Hayden.
Hi, Hayden.
She's here. She's documenting this for the marketing committee. But we have some members of the cast we're going to talk about this show with. I'm going to just, Karley, let's start with you, and just give me your name and what year you are in school, and we'll go down the line.
My name is Karley Griffin, and I'm a senior at CCA.
My name is James Cavanary, and I'm a senior at CCA.
My name is Makayla Ratliff, and I'm a junior at CCA.
Okay, now going back through, tell me what part you have in the show.
I play Medda Larkin, the vaudeville star.
Okay.
I play Joseph Pulitzer, the villain.
I am Tommy Boy, a named newsie in the show.
And this is one of those shows that has a real interesting history to it, because started off as a Disney musical, as it was a movie. It was middling in terms of its success.
Yes.
Right,
I think as time has gone by, people have grown to appreciate it more and more. Yeah. And then, of course, big Broadway show. Of
course.
Who wants to give me the back of the script, one paragraph summary of what it's about?
I can do it.
Okay. All right. You're up, Karley.
Newsies is a very historical, but mostly like a more comedic take on the turn of the century, where people were very commonly living on the street, and those were the newsboys, and there were very heavy stars like James that took all of the money, and they were not very kind to these boys, and so these boys have a big strike and revolution that leads to the more commonly paid people that we know now. And Medda just makes things fun.
And of course, is Joseph Pulitzer. It's that Pulitzer.
Oh, yes.
Who obviously rehabilitated his image as time went by with the Pulitzer Prize and all that.
Yeah.
What familiarity did any of you have with this piece of property before you did the musical?
So last year, I was part of our musical theater speech group that went to Allstate. We performed this. Newsies, we did a couple songs from there. Hayden was also part of this, among many of the other cast members that are still with us. Also, I feel like all of us know this music, like backwards and forwards. We all knew about this musical way beforehand. Yeah, it's just a really fun show that all of us really enjoy.
And the music is really, it's Alan Menken. The music is great.
He's such a great composer.
Yeah, I would say Seize the Day is probably one of my top musical theater numbers ever.
Yeah.
Going into this, so you had some familiarity. Y'all sounds like y'all knew it pretty well.
Yes.
But it's different doing a 15-minute cutting for speech as opposed to mounting the whole thing.
Yes. It's very different.
James and Karley, did your parts change? Or did you sing the same parts?
I was not in
You were
the
not.
musical
Okay, you were not
theater.
in it. Okay.
I went from Race, one of the main newsies, kind of like the second in command, to Jack, and then I went to Pulitzer for this go-around.
Okay, all right. So you changed your parts. So that changed a lot.
Yes.
What else was different about the transition between doing a part of it to doing the fully staged version?
I think when you're performing like in a speech setting, it's definitely a different vibe, and it's very high energy like the whole time. You really don't want that energy to wane. But I think when you get into a whole show, there's a lot more ability to play around with those emotions and have those highs and lows. And I think it's been really cool to see, like, instead of having that high energy all the time, we could bring it down and bring it more to that mellow feel, and then bring it back up again when we have to come back.
You gotta have the emotional and energetic peaks and valleys,
of course,
to bring the audience along with you. The show, it goes up the 24th and runs through the 26th.
Yes.
How many shows?
4.
4 shows. And Makayla, I know there's some wraparound events that you were telling me about for elementary and middle school students. Talk about that.
So I am the leader of community engagement, which is like one of those behind the scene groups that we have. And community engagement's job is to bring awareness like in our community, like through our school, or like people who are living like near the school, and talk about a topic. And so this year we chose like doing an anti-bullying message, because that really relates to the Newsies and like being bullied by the Delancey brothers and by Pulitzer, and like standing, like they stood their ground. Yeah. And so I really want to like instill that into this younger generation, especially in elementary and like the middle schoolers who are going to go into high school. And so we are going to have most of the cast hand out bookmarks, or we're going to make bookmarks, and then they're going to greet the kids in the morning and just say hello and smile. and see them. Yeah, and we're so excited.
And it's a great message, too, about the power of regular, common people going up against the rich and the powerful, yeah?
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I know it's a little bit like you don't want to do too many spoilers, even though it's a familiar story to many of us. But do you have a favorite moment in the show right now? Karley, let's start. Yeah. I saw Karley's eyes light up, so we'll start there, definitely.
For me, even just watching the Broadway, it's always been Once and For All for me. It's just such a powerful song. It's obviously super fun. There's all this cool choreography and there's everything's flying everywhere, but it just has this really powerful message about just what history has done for us and what we can keep using to keep us happy and healthy.
James?
Pretty much. I personally, there's a moment when I talk to Jack, and it's right before like I really come unraveled to him, where everything is just compounding at this moment. And I think when I take a second to step back and I really think about what I'm doing, that moment is so intense. And the cast that I have on stage, it just makes it so much better to work with. And you can really feel that energy between us, even if it's like not real energy that we're angry at each other, but like you can really feel that intensity. And I just really enjoy having a cast that can match each other and have that energy level. So,
Makayla?
I think my favorite moment in the whole show is singing the song "The World Will Know," and it's a very powerful song about we're going to stand up to these people and we're going to make our voices heard. We are just as important as everyone else. And I think just like getting that emotion, especially like we had practice yesterday, and like seeing that with all my friends was just so powerful and so much fun.
And guess what? Over 100 years later, we still tell this story. So, yes. So, Hayden, jump in. Just make sure you get close to the microphone here.
My favorite part, I want to highlight our two lead roles. We have Jack Kelly and Catherine Pulitzer. Yeah. But they're played by Carson Brandt and Mackenzie Burnett, and they are so talented. They sing a beautiful duet called Something to Believe In, which they're actually getting to perform on Everyday Iowa Wednesday the 16th, so everyone should tune in.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. It's Newsies at Clear Creek Amana coming up October 24th through the 26th. How do we get tickets?
You can go online inbound. It's been shared on our social media pages, cca.theater and at the CCA Fine Arts Boosters Club. There's a link there that will take you to the Bound website. You just got to scroll down a little bit and you should see the dates and stuff for all of our shows.
Okay, so search CCA Theater Fine Arts on social media.
Or CCA Fame.
CCA Fame. Okay. All right. As I said, this is a show I really love, and I love that you guys are getting the chance to do it, and have fun with it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio most weekdays at 10:30, on demand at kcck.org/culture, or subscribe using your favorite podcast player. Watch our videos on the KCCK Facebook and YouTube channels. Our producer is Lydia Kilgore. The Culture Crawl theme is composed by Vivian Shanley. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.